This is Chariot TV.
Good evening, lovely people. You are live on Chariot TV on Facebook. We are also live on YouTube. We are live on X and Instagram. And you may, Mamo, Ajo, Mama Kwaba, Eba Love and Family Corner. The Yakopa say, or didn't our tree, Ache, na, and then so you did you made it sonko. Any topic sonko, Bremo, and you may. Said a die, no, ye papa openyin, kojo asa ewe ye nchen. And you may oberboy na ya yen topic ye be discuss no ende. Na ye topic na ye be di ehun komo no tifisem no how do I know I am ready for marriage? How do I know I am ready for marriage? Iti ye be tunsa afre ye papa openyin kojo asa na yama no akwaba. Yes, sir, wa wo hwe yim bia no wo be share na afoforo nso etumi ahwe yim bi. Na wa comment contribution na person de ben na. Esan so ma ye hu ba bi a wo hwe yim free. Ye ni beje ho pa se ye benya ye be hu se mu nyina mo bo am dwuma de no akoso. Se be ma ye papa panyi kojo asa akwaba enwume dada e ma wo akwaba.
Yeah, Eja. Pajo mo today.
Pacha yami ado yo ho ye pa. Usafo ho ye.
Enyame ado me nyina hu ye. Also
Okay. All right.
wabusu afon today.
Mabiswa obia hu ye pa Krista Daro.
Na sa wabusu ya enti we say to call
Oh,
bi
me papa, mi nua no
Papa
obia hu ye.
unua no me wo nyina hu ye. Ye there dey ase. All right.
So
Yes.
okay. And yeah, topic that I ever heard how do I know I am ready for marriage? In prep, yeah, Felice, yeah, what why hu sɛ meyɛ abɛɛmu a ɛbɛba ne sɛn ebi mu susu sɛ bi agyama wowɔ hɔ a na aware fever na chill na wayɛ ready sɛ wokɔ ware anaa waa wobɛdecide sɛ memfɛfoɔ a bini ɔmo firi mu obi a aware obi a yɛ sɛ nti ɛwɔ sɛ me so mekɔ ware bi nti ɛna nwumɛ discussion ɛpɛ sɛ yɛhu sɛ ɛdeɛ na ɛbɛma mahu sɛ ampa me ho aso sɛ mɛtumi akɔhyɛ aware mu nti ɛna yɛ discussion no ɛno ano.
Right. That's it. Answer na ebetimi ehu say fedi my ready ana me bre aso metimi aware no. This ye the fundamentals of aware, the foundation or the basis for marriage. And one of them near me meta can say there are no wrong choices or there's nothing like a wrong choice. And
Okay.
uhun nisa nefi yebehwe when you are not ready and sana etimi abehwe when you are ready.
Okay.
Because your readiness will depend on the choice you want to make. And since there are no wrong choices, the two things are eating at my readiness and not ready. A wise choice and unwise choice.
Wow. Okay.
Wise choice or unwise choice. Since there are no wrong choices, except in the following situations. When a man is marrying a man, that is a wrong choice.
Okay.
When a woman is marrying a woman, a wrong choice. So obia
Okay.
be a wrong choice.
Good.
Oh worry, oh mommy, oh worry, oh papa, a wrong choice.
Okay.
Oh worry, obi yere, worry, obi kuna, a wrong choice. And then the bar as counselors, we won't even start any premarital counseling, but they be counsel or never cancel how best bit me those wrong choices. And when something is wrong, it is wrong. You can't wrong choice. Ni amepa chere no. We know if you are, then every woman fits every man, and every man fits every woman. Obia bia
But
etimi ware,
Sisubim
obia
pa.
bia timi ware obarima bia mani yeye. Na obarima bia timi ware obia bia mani yeye. So every woman fits every man, and every man fits every woman. Ma kyerɛkyerɛ mu. Nkyerɛkyerɛ mu ne sɛ onyankopɔn na ɛbɔɔ yɛn nyinaa. Ɔbɔɛ no Genesis chapter 1, 26, 27. Also, Obia any oberima na ɔbɔɔ. The nyinaa nim from Genesis chapter 2. Say oyi oberima na mfe pade ba na ɔde bɔɔ Obia no. So from the beginning, the woman have been part of the man. I hope you're okay with that. From the beginning,
Yes.
woman have been part of the man. Ahyase na no, Obia no ɛyɛ oberima no fa dada.
Okay.
Menim sɛ woyusu car na me na ɔyɛ nsusu bibi ho kakra anaa woyusu car woyusu machine bi wɔ fie ɔde yɛmfa no wo TV
I will see TV.
TV a woyusu no yɛfrɛ ne dɛn ne din brand
LG remote crane.
okay yo mate nti LG no remote no ɛka ho anaa sɛ ɛka ho
But you account.
okay nti saa remote yi a wokura yi it has been patented to work on your television.
Yes.
Nti wofa LG wo brand no model na the parts now yɛde aka no has already been patented by the manufacturer. Nti me sure sɛ mimi kura me wo TV ni bia me fa remote na metimi dey operate me de no because the manufacturer has patented it. Yes, once the manufacturer has patented it for this particular one, it should work. Now, if that be the case, and then yakwa wari ma enye ebi nye ne bi aha. So o de obia no kofie ana o ware obere ma no na mudu fie na aware no enkoyi a eno nkyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ wrong choice. Nemu a unwise decision or unwise choice.
Okay.
Okoto TV remote. Oto TV no. Na open remote. Oko LG ho no woton no 1,000. Open difode. Nti oko kwanchen. Na oko kwanchen the same.
Because circle pa.
Oko circle. Obi dia wa use atete na wa polish na kama. No the rubber fa ho kama and wa sell na kama. Also master up we be. LG didn't any board did the same thing. Any into 150. Open for the no what 150. Remote na what on you're wrong. But a unwise choice.
Okay.
I didn't hear. This remote have been overused. Maybe it has not been kept well. And then to do fear no the soy 1 second day fine and yet you may be send open. Exactly. They just say one fine answer anton and how the kotoy. And then just say wrong. Nti obi ba no be say oh yeah TV a new remote no. Now so enye adwuma because wo koto no wan dwene ho yiye. And intino ye bejina a yisua, none ye betimi aka and say unwise when you make unwise choices or decisions, it means you are not ready to marry. Because our Kasano, you need to be mature. And he say, when you're mature, now what decisions and ankasa in ya, you'll be making unwise choices for yourself.
Choices. Okay.
What a mechanism. So
You.
when you choose unwisely, it means you weren't ready or you are not ready. Because choosing a mate is a life thing. And mate me can say life's most important decision I say oh yeah. TV a yɛde yɛ example yi, TV ɔkyerɛ nkoa na ebi a ɔde ne yɛ 40 inches, ɔkyerɛ no ɔnyɛ 55 inches, na wasesa na wakɔtɔ foforɔ. But aware nte sa. TV koraa ɛte sa.
What you mean is a son anyhow, sir.
Exactly. Nanso aware deɛ nte sa. Esiane sɛ aware ɛnte saa ne nti no. Wokɔ a, it involves brains, passions, emotions. So if you make any foolish choices, you regret later. You regret. And so let's look at some of these things. And we'll start in your introduction. You know, what kind? Social pressures.
Hey, and they say they are not thing, baby.
Exactly. The influence of parents and friends, sexual urges, or strong desires to get married are among the influences that urge people into an unhealthy relationship. So, we had the pressure to so wow, peers, one young conum, for one damful. Ɔman no koraa yɛtim no wonyi no baabi pɛ na yɛafi ase bisa no dabɛ na wobɛware na yɛde pressure to wo so.
Unya share adwuma se kakra bi na yehu sɛ ukɔba na
anaasɛ wosusuw sɛ woanyin ɛna sɛbi wo nneɛma keka ne ho nti ɛsɛ wonya obi na wo ne ne da nti ɛno nti no wokɔware. Wei no ɛkyerɛ sɛ wonyɛ ready. Sɛ ɛno na ɛpush wo a na yɛ sɛ wonyɛ ready. Now when you're ready, and yɛ sɛ you are going to make unwise choice. The other way nso a yɛtumi ɛde ɛkɔyɛ unwise choice a ɛkyerɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ ready ɛyɛ when you are going in with unreasonable expectations. Some are reasonable, some are not.
are not yeah.
The American say. So who call our renum wadwena say menya ware pɛ ma wie me ha nyinaa to atwa. You are not being realistic. It means you are not ready to marry. I hope say menya ware dia na me ha nyinaa atwa. Unya kura saa adwene no pɛ. Na say unyɛ ready. So be worry. Na say ware na wokom wo ni bibi a wo de kom. Na mmom nea wo kogye wom. Nti menya obarima bi no ware me a. Menya oba bi na me ware na mawie. Yes ha na ete. Na ware na nkasa no ekura no ya na adwuma no so egu a etwen ho a wakoye adwuma no. Anytime bia
when has got to do with your expectations.
exactly.
Our
And so if
more
you are
realistic.
exactly if you are not realistic and they are unreasonable, it's when you're ready, don't go near marriage. Sana me pachre.
Because me abaya bia also on high now ten our phone chain. But the only time I be high down is because where then or high down or be ma eba be worry nti nti the only time I be free now phone chain say obey ma be fia be worry no na we free the papa munche, not just on na kwatena. So be my reason be
Fine.
say yeah.
Mhm.
Realistic, reasonable.
Yeah, you see, young culture no or tradition nankasa no support sadi. It is sometimes when you nkura utu a na akoye bibibi. Inti wo fie na especially we obia na tradition no and culture no akyekere wo ho what they make na say. Inti utwen na ware. Yes, on this card be high die. Oh yeah, you betimi a rent die. But yen traditions no and yen beliefs ni bi nti no nti otio anya mfom so ye eno na anya mfom so I hope say what na make na eno e dey yen mfom so because we obia no kra ko hide and say bia wo kokro fufuru ma wa wofu ni ona dan ana so awofu be bia ote no kra dan ni bi ni ho na ne wo ye adwuma no anyi na watu na se be bia no awofu te no dan ni bi ho na obenyam atena ense chenchena ache uko hide dan
Uko hide dan.
wote wo ko hide dan iti weenum ebi eka ho ema ekire se onipa no enye ready o tambia o ko relationship mu aye wadwene so mekọ na ne ewu mu na mekọ pe na ye ne ameme de kọ no eje se wankasa no onye ready nti se why ready
I was say
aha
I was say eye de wo de ko enye de
enye ne awo kwakoje
expected.
exactly
Wow.
intimate o bisa me say how do I choose the right partner? It becomes a bit difficult for me. Say metro who a right partner is. Because one person say when you know what you need you should know what is good for you. Maybe we can guide you. I can guide you. But I cannot tell you say this is right. Because some of problems and our issues and our differences in our yentem. Some of those differences yentem. When you're mature, you cannot handle them.
Handle them, yes.
Exactly. And I want to say,
And I'm sure the maturity you are talking about has got nothing to do with age. And
no. Age need your limits, your minimum limitations, but we don't have maximum limitations.
limitations,
If
okay.
you decide to marry at age 100, emerebi anchechero say when you do. But undu 18 year now koware and na mrano ache o ya bofra. I hope so to the mechanism. And I think in Mrano Krama 16, then you need the family's consent, parents' consent. But anything below 18, no, you say unyi. Into woody 18 corner when ye. But yes, sir, in ye no asem na yeka.
Yeah, good.
And so we should also note, say, we wait me the 50, and so no ye mature. Obi at the 60. So we need sign now more journey name I was a journey never fem. Ɛwɔ fam ɛnkɔ yie ɛna ne nneɛma a ɔhwɛ anim ne expectations ne nyinaa kyerɛ sɛ nipa no n'adwene no wɔ fam. There can be several reasons nti a ebetumi ama nipa ɛnyɛ ready. But kakra na maka no yɛnhwɛ when someone is ready.
Okay.
When someone is ready, no, when the person is choosing wisely. It doesn't matter, say, when you be differences wo muntem. In fact, there you'll be red flag, and you'll be red flag. In the a binemo cancel, who wear a red flag, who wear a red flag, obi a red flag. Because onipano nankasano ne maturity level. When you maybe say ne risk tolerance levels are very high towards certain things. And there are certain things he or she can tolerate. Others have a very low risk level, risk tolerance levels.
Tolerance level, yeah.
Levels, yes, very low. And the low risk tolerance level ɛwɔ a particular issue ho ɛyɛ low a ɛno na ɔde bɛsusu na wahu nipa ko na ɔde ware no but me mentimi nhwɛ nipa anim nka nkyerɛ ne sɛ wei sɛɛ ne sɛ no because yɛwɔ nipa bebree wɔ hɔ a obi wɔ a ne yere yɛ korɔmfo sɛ ɔpɛ ne saa menim obi akɔkyerɛ ne yere sɛ ɔbɔ aguaman na wabɛka kyerɛ na nipa no aka kyerɛ nipa no so nipa bi wɔ asase so a monnwene mo ho obi aware sɛm ɛfa mo ho yes
Hey, offering no.
to such a person ɛnyɛ big deal ne yere no ɛfa n'akyi ɛnha no na mu ne yere no de ne nsa ka ne once di ofie a trouble well nti sometimes no yes I know say there are red flags but me red flags no ɛyɛ ntimi generalize no
So be individual difference. So be any
obiara ɛbɛyɛ ne red flag a ɔntimi tolerate because aware na nkasa no
any standard. Any
What's
standard
it?
one be or why not there.
Yeah, standard and
one be
standard. I mean, wo ababi out we say we wo ware now irebo agwama obeja no prekuma. Obi so dey say mfa no. And I've been handling cases. I handled a case wo ware 1 month. No very man 2 kwan. Obia ni nyinsen without 1 month no. Or 2 kwan no by 2 years later. No di 1 month, no san koi. No bia no way second born 7 years later obarima foforo by say first born no ne ba
Hey,
and at the time o ware no that month no ha no ware ni nyina no one obarima foforo ekodai no wo aha e woko he DNA no na mofra no two no second one ye ne dia first one ye ne dia the gentleman ne de ono nso no akọware bɛyɛ 6 years na bamba nti ofe obe claim ne ba no na ɛkɔfa asɛm no bae abusuafo sɛ ɔbarima no enjae ɔbea no ɔbarima no sɛ dabi ne yere na wayɛ bɔne ɔpɛ n'ade wayɛ bɔne ɔbɛfa n'ade akɔ saa abofra no papa no bɛfa no nkɔ ɔfa ne yere no ɛne ne second born no nyinaa ɔno na ɛyɛ ne ba nti ɛmra yes ɛmra abrante ne papa ani abere sɛ onja ne nyinaa krakye na mfa na ho koraa ɔka kyerɛ sɛ mentie nea ne papa keka no ɛyɛ dɔboro so wode twa wohyia wode a wode mekana ase and so you see ɛnti one point na mefi ba red flag na ɛyi na meka no obi wei ɛyɛ ne red flag ɛmfa no ho ɔno ka kyerɛ sɛ ne papa de nsɛm a ne papa keka ne papa no onim ne ɔkeka ɔno a na ɛyɛ ne yere na ne yere n'afɔ no ɔde akyɛ no what is his problem aho sɛ ɔtɛ meka ɛna mewɔ case bi a ɛno de ɔno ne de ne maame sɛ ɔmpene no ɔbarima no gyaa ne yere no nti ɔwɔ biara ne sɛnea ɔtimi ne de nti when you are ready ɛyɛ when you know exactly the things you can tolerate and those you cannot. Nti obi bɛka say well when maybe if I'm not sharing the same faith with a woman or man, I cannot marry. Fine. Then that person is ready because he or she knows exactly what he wants. Nti no ne ni bi sharing the same faith. And so oyene selection now, he can make a wise decision on that. I'm not saying say so Obi doesn't care or doesn't mind about the faith now. No, just on your wise decision. I'm talking about someone who is ready and knows what he or she wants.
Okay.
Some will also go for complementary needs or similar backgrounds and complementary needs. When you are able to tell this, then it means you are ready. Because marriage selection is best when the man and woman are similar in things, such as age, interests, values, socioeconomic level, and education. I'm not saying say we no NSL standard. No.
Oh, standard. Okay.
Yes. But the reason is simple. Aware nankasa no a lot of issues egum etwen. So when you are able to bridge the gap on some of these things now, eboa mamema reason ti amekasa. You see,
Mm-hmm.
there could be the issue of one oyere madwene enhia. Nti se ekoba se ukura PhD na obia no ekura GHS certificate. Da bia madwene enhia no. Ebeye wo se onko school
In Uncle School in T.
nti na oyesa. Enso yesa na asem nti. Ubetimi ahia PhD nanso madwene enhia.
The Asia,
It
exactly.
is just because oyere na oyokunu and you are different. That's all. That's the bottom line. Inti say unya similar educational background, economic background, values na ebuama baby anka wadwene no bekọ no enko.
Okay.
Minim say what in American answer. Inti
Matthias,
unya
yeah.
eno a fine. But say when nya no nso na say ukura PhD no nukura SHS a na just say you know the risk and you can tolerate
It's a
it.
background. Yes.
And the background, even it won't happen because you'll be protecting her. For instance,
Okay.
Obi Okura PhD, ne contemporaries and answer ne namf. Nyina ye Obi Okura kura ne bi okura masters. Inti wo shia bi abrofu enu ane se once in one can so sa. What emeka? Na se yire no anan otwe brofu ya emma. Ona odu ho oni ne namfo ni shia pe na waka jesu. As for my husband, he's comfortable with the local language. We're protecting marriage. And this is someone who is ready because or you mature.
Matured, yes.
As far as no na se kire no no. So it is not necessarily say men no go school pay and pay. No. You can marry. But are you ready? Can you tolerate Niama Ebifimaba? Can you?
Now, also, born your maybe so no kind age because it had the kakrebi with age, you know. What counselor there? I think it's very, very important. Over my little education on that. Age, mostly, no. Is it say when you see nipa your age limit bi wɔ hɔ a wɔsɛ bi ɔbɛrima enya na ɔbaa enya ɛna ɛbɛma no ayɛ kama anaasɛ it doesn't really matter because ɛyɛ ade a ɔmo ka paa.
Mama nkyerɛ obibi. Hwɛ mmarima. Ɔbarima di 18 a ɛnyɛ ne problem sɛ ɔbɛware a ɔbea wadi 18. Mmereka dodoɔ no. Mmarima no kakraa bi pɛ na ɛware mmea a ɛkyɛ wɔn panyin. Bɛ dodoɔ nara. Onya di 20 a on mine sɛ ɔbɛfa 18 or 19. Odi 25 pɛ ɔpɛ 2022. Odu 30 a ɔpɛ 22 23. Odu 35 a ɔpɛ 23 24. Odi 40 a ɔpɛ around 30 33. Obedi 50 no in fact 60 kura ɔmpɛ less than 40. Ɔmpɛ more than 40.
More than 40, yeah.
Nti ɔbarima enyi more a no ɔwiden gap no between him and the potential woman. I hope so. What the make?
Yeah.
Nti mmarima dodo na saa na ɛte. Nti wodo bɛhwɛ a ɔbarima bia ɔkyɛ dodo na ɛkyɛ a wɔware no. Wohu ɔbarima bia wadi bɛyɛ 50 na ɔkɔware a wodo bɛhwɛ girl no. Ɔboro 30. Ɔbɛboro 30 na ɛbɛyɛ 32. Wobɛhu sɛ 20 something hɔ no ne nam.
Uh,
But the point and say, what the 50 now, worry 25. How ready are you for that age gap? And when we talk about I'm ready, we know
okay.
readiness is not just my high dying. Nti my ready. And you know what I'm America. But these
Okay.
disparities now, wo obia ne oberi mantem no. How ready are you to tolerate and maybe compromise, maybe manage, maybe adapt or cope with all these disparities? And actually, how ready you are. Neno, eso na ubejina to determine areas na open. No. So looking at age, well, me, I cannot tolerate any older woman. Then go for a younger
Mm-hmm.
woman. What the mechanism?
Mm-hmm.
Well, nansen koraa de ne aba ama me a nkurɔfo yɛ mesere ɔyɛ ɔsɔfo nti ɔpɛ ɔbea a obetumi na asɔfo dwuma obi at least ɔbɛ ɔno nso no ɔyɛ asɔfo dwuma no na ɔno nso ɛboa
Uh-huh.
wɔ akyi. You see woyɛ saa a wonyɛ ready. Woyɛ saa a
Hey,
wonyɛ
Sam. So
no
also for the
wonyɛ ready.
kaupe obia obo boduku ne
Dabi
ototo
yɛpɛ
nyumbo.
you see when we talk about complementary it is not necessary say nea wo adwuma a woyɛ nnɔkɔɛ because at the end of the day we are looking at husband and wife. We are not looking at asɔfo. Wahụ sɛ wote ne meka no ase.
Yes.
Ɛnyɛ asɔfo na ɛhwɛ yɛpɛ yere yɛpɛ kunu. Nti wonya ɔbea no na ɔno no ɔnkyerɛ Bible class. Asɔre adwuma ɛnhyɛ da ɛnda ne koma so. But ɔbɛtena fie. Ɔyɛ obi a ɔbɛboa wo na wahwɛ w'akyi wɔ fie ne wo mma na wanya free mind na wama wo support a wohia nyinaa no na wode ayɛ saa adwuma no. That is okay.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be say anka ɔsɔfo de mekɔ a na ɔkɔ na ɔsɔfo mame na ɔno nso kyerɛ mmɔfra de na dabi ɛyɛ mistake ayɛ. Wote meka no ase.
Wow.
Enti wowɔ saa adwene no a to me no you are not ready. Because you may marry ɔsɔfo maame na ɔbɛyɛ ɔsɔfo dwuma no aka wo ho. But wodu fie a sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛakɔyɛ ɔsɔfo adwuma. Nti hina na ɛbɛyɛ
Yeah,
ɔbea adwuma. Exactly.
mm-hmm.
Wɔn. Gye sɛ obi a ɔbɛtumi combine these two. But wankasa adwene na ɔde kɔ no ɛkyerɛ sɛ wonyɛ ready. Because that is not what you need. You need a wife. Look,
Okay.
ɛwura bi wosɔ no deɛ ɔmpɛ aduane a nti ohyia ɔbarima no a ɔbɛka kyerɛ no from day one sɛ mede mempɛ aduane a ɔba me office asɛm a ɔka kyerɛ me no nti ɔbɛka kyerɛ no na meka kyerɛ no sɛ it is not a matter of being honest sɛ mede mempɛ aduane a but it is what is expected of a wife. It is all about what is expected of a wife. Ɔbarima no wo sɛ na mɛka expectations ho asɛm. Naturally, ɔbarima bɛware ɔbea at least ɔpɛ ɔbea bi obetumi ayɛ nkwan kakra ma no. Mpo onim aduane akora ɔno ɔbarima nim aduane akora ɔbɛpɛ ɔbea ɔno nso betumi anoa biribi kakra ma. Nti sɛ ɔka sɛ me nim nkwan yɛ menim aduane nua and I want to be honest. So Oba, I will tell him ɛkyerɛ you are not ready. So ɛsɛ wo prepare na wo say any man coming for you has his expectations. And this expectation is reasonable. Wait, this is not part of unreasonable expectations. So if the person comes and also okay, don't worry, you better do a bonten. And so besides, is that sustainable? Can you sustain that for 20, 30, 40 years? And that's why I'm saying that this expectation is reasonable and realistic. And he said, oh, yeah, what you say? Well, maybe I'll tell him. Fine. Ebia ashaseno. Oh, don't worry, we'll go out and eat. If you are we 1 year, 2 years, we will not
1
be
year,
on
2
now.
years, yeah.
Ebia me aware no. Onimu hwe. Otu ano akofa girl. Na wa girl na anu aduama no. Aba be ka kire uze. Utu eda na onimu nua.
So,
If you
okay.
what mas. Enti
But just
o mo
pa.
bia na o kura saa adwene ya. Je say wonye ready. And then say o ko siesie wo. Because some of the expectations are reasonable and realistic. In fact, they are requirement. Once all complete forms for anything. Once it be optional.
It be a basic requirement. You know, we are
A
there.
basic
Was it
requirement.
we are?
We are there self completing that area.
We are.
What did I make that say? If you cannot
Exactly.
complete that one, it means you are not ready.
They're not ready.
If those areas cannot be completed, you are not ready. In the optional, first, you can leave it. Opa, and be a bonus. But there are the required first that needs to be completed on the form. And this is what marriage brings. And also one of the forms are the better as of fairly completely. And this will tell you how ready you are, the required ones. If you're a man and you are not working, how can you be ready for marriage? Oh, yeah, you better money.
God will provide.
Ona nyame na obe provide no say oberima no ohwe n'anim fufuru ansa na wadidi. Enyo na
Because
na kan.
in many cases, menya a painphobia bisa say, bia so cast a sikanti and now when you're ready so be warrior. Or this is umbeka just say sika your father could pay na ebu for ban ba or ban they lack be ba God will provide. And what's what Tanasi say, oh Bob Banyame no and sana why you ready say obe why. But once
Menka
mhm.
menka sika, menka adwuma.
Okay.
There's difference between sika and adwuma.
Any ejuma. Okay.
Exactly, enye pe. Na o de meka na say adwuma na di sika bebre o. Enti ne mepa che say wo ye adwuma dia. Na onim say ubetimi ahwe obia na okofa na aba. Nti enye sika, I'm not talking about millions or billions. Enye no asa na meka. I was
Okay.
out in America. And
Mhm.
maybe in your any kind of. But you see, my men on your calculations be. You see, sometimes the entire amount of food is a moon discount. I am wow. Inti ma muntimi
Hey.
ready. Yes, the entire America say one say, wow, num say within the next 3 years, one year plans be as obe worry. And I would was akoto ababa no so. And I want an nam. Oh, top phone. Oh, top credit. Oh, top data.
Yeah, renting now.
More rent and more bread.
the new the new normal is here. The renting account.
Exactly. Na o rent na fe bisa se dia be na be ware. You say, "Hey, mini sika. Are you normal?" Sorry. Because share ababi Sammy. Auto credit 1 CD a day Emma Obia 1 year ai. How many
Hey,
cities?
own nam three
365.
360 360
Etimi
361
ton
yes seven.
tamai. Etimi ton tamai.
Ebeto sisi ebeto 12 years.
Nti 1 year 1 CD a day. Utimi ton tama 2. On a rare until 3 years. Why rented 9? iPhone 12, 13 by also no pe wakota man. And then you are telling me uniska. I will call you no one day. In that na me are you normal. Nemu nia we nyina kire ne se. Nantil na na ewura ne nantil no won't ase. And then no put say when you ready. Because why ready?
When you're ready.
Yes, when you're ready because why ready anka Saa 3 years no anka wobɛtena ase din na wayɛ savings towards it. Because who ni obia bia nantew a 1 CD a day emma. And when you credit to, what about data? 5 cities. Muna muse mo renti. Inti dine say 500 and non 1 year no year 6,000. 6,000. Do you know how many pieces of clothes you can buy? The ring. Until no, you'll be spending around about 20,000 on this lady. I won't worry. Now I'm giving you the minimum figures. I think you are spending more than that. Because who hide Dina? Dina can on to mattress in pa.
Obe the gas
If
best
you
obe feeling.
who need fridge in the TV, it's not to be a man. One casa.
Yeah, so you feel gas. You feel gas in our
Mo fele gas. Wa your contract a mo sign je. And this gas is so the amode fele. Yes, gas as now. Wefa udi ka wefa u padada confere.
Yeah.
Oh, iti when you not say when you're ready. Because when you're ready, because when you're ready, you prepare yourself towards this. Now, that will pay out to say, Uko pay or biano before so be no. So 3 years you prepare in no. Now the bomb pie. Momo de moko chere girl no, and answer moko nyo bari man answer na modena, mo fi ase bomb pie egu no so. E say all the bomb pie, e chere yakopon so yakopon me pay yere me pe kunu. Inti misiesi misiesi menye adwuma misiesi no. Now if you as a bomb pie, and then you'll be talking to maybe experienced people and if possible counselors to guide you. Me wo singles be bring a woba menchen for guidance. What I make an answer. Now what guide whole life so that you prepare for it. Ayasa ni American ashase no. You'll be making unwise choices.
Choices, yeah.
And we should be able to distinguish between complementary and contradictory needs. When you are ready, you'll be able to tell the difference. I work complementary and contradictory needs. No, makakakra. What do you make? Can I say? Me yourself. Okay.
Me try no kakra. Ma if a comment kakra bi na yembra and no so. Aha. Iti message some of them comments no ebeba. No ma yehu baby a we yen efri. Emilia Deno. I say good evening, brethren. Watching live. Good job. And I said Danny then now course her sister Emilia. Tay Ebenezer. I say Africa marriage, but I know actually consent, period consent, but anything below 18 corner when but okay, you've got next one. You've got next one. We are from Mafua Benyako. Yes. Or say, good evening, please. On the issue of knowing and assessing your risk level before marriages, can the counselors in the church advise incoming couples not to get married when they identify both risk will be difficult for their marriage to survive? Because you can't have a divorce after marriage in the church. All right. It's a any that was pass away sir comment way aba sebisa way aba. I think the next one is Kennedy Anoche. Honestly, watching you live from Germany. Great teachings. Onya Kennedy that was Suffer Shadak and so FC 50 to 21. MC age is one can was it 50 to 21. Yeah, watching live from Chance City. Yeah, that was what I say. Oh, me them here. Oh, me them here. No two shots. Yes, it's yeah, that was some way they more comment, you know, Eba. It's a guy to me, Akoso. Na,
Well, near
everybody,
sister no, ebisa no,
Airtime.
restaurant level no. Say can the counselors advise? Counselors will advise, but the decision is yours.
You can't force you.
Because I didn't make can me say unwise choices. I mean, we don't choose for you. Counselors don't choose for you. They don't make the choices. They don't decide for you. What can I say? So the choice is yours. And the counselor and the
At least,
counsel.
more advice. More
Oh,
advice.
you bet
Na
me.
ni pana making the final.
Look, adwuma no ɛnyɛ simple saa woni no akɔka kyerɛ obi se mahu wei wɔ barima no ho wode ma menka what happened in my office mawie counseling session and wei koraa de wɔyɛ adults wɔn nyinaa ware da ɛna baako yere awu na baako kunu awu nti wɔware na after I took them through the sessions, all the sessions, final day, no, me di want to initiate, na fe me to on for finally. Na me chere papa na se, nneɛma hu wɔ ne ho no sɛ, ne koma ɛha no. Ɛno nti koraa ka ho, na ne previous marriage, no, onya issues wo, because yɛkɔhwɛ ne nyinaa. Nti, meka ne nyinaa, na awura ne to hɔ na ɔbɔ ne tinko. Na wopue fi me office no, ɛna maame no delay papa no pie pɛ na ɔto pon no mu na ka maame no ɔne me na ɔyɛ sign ɔsɛ minka kapio ne koma and then me din na me say so you know this na odi n'akyi dwom so kɔware no me de na metimi aka nea metimi ane sɛ maka akyerɛ na matu no fo so ncheck ne koma ahụsọ wate na meka nti me ne hina a mekɔkɔka kyerɛ ne se maame papa wei ne koma ha no nti nware no nti ɔno di n'akyi na ohu ɔno a wahu a mekan no kyerɛ sɛ nea mekan na ayɛ ne dɛ sɛ me nso mahu na wahu ade wei a woda so di n'akyi yɛ dɛ nti ɛno na
problem no
ɔno anim sɛde di na ɔsan n'akyi ɔtoo bɔɔl no mu na ɔbarima no pue na kaa me no na ɔyɛ sign menka na ne kɔma papa ne kɔma and then me ho wa sɛ wonim wei na wodi n'akyi and ɛno na America on wise choices. This is, look, if you want a classic example of unwise choice, and what can the counselor do? All that I can do is to counsel the man to check his temperament. I hope so. What I can answer, and that's all I can do. But the decision is yours. Wo obia no na eso ultimate kase. There be way the mean to me. But odi achi if so aware.
Obviously, in some cases, in the book of our some of these behaviors, why 2, 3, 4 years crazy and sana. Ebe nipa na die. Sa inyoma Eddie.
Yehu pa. There's nothing like yehu. Yehu pa. But more de bribi mo friend odo nso enye odo no. Aniwa na mo de hwe. Bribi adi de kudi bi na ha mo. Na mo friend odo na enye odo. Because you see, when you tell me you've fallen in love, we don't fall in love. We don't fall. What kind of Bible now? You don't see those expressions. Anywhere you see love, it is live in love, rejoice in love, share in love. You don't see I've fallen in love.
No?
When you fall in love, you break your limbs. Falling. Ade a wahwe watu wohwe ase a ububu wo nan no nsa. And so those expressions na nkasa no kire how fake because yes now you falling in love as an God nipa no kwa you don't have any complaint and concerns. Nti saa bibiri nti muhu nanso mu bu mu anigu so because bebree no ọba ade wei mihu yi o mihu yi nanso na meka sɛ ɔbɛsesa
Sir.
mihu yi nso na meka sɛ ɔbɛsesa and so nea mɛkyerɛ sɛ your readiness no will depend on you observing this, realizing it, and then taking a stance. Say, I will be able to tolerate it. If you can't tolerate it, please walk away. Walk out of the relationship. In fact, so chana krabo, what the name no kraba, what the name no kraba no papa bisao. Na say maba na aba no da munje manji ama how me. O papa no anje wa how. Wa di ade na aba da wo ka je papa se wanje wa how.
Say be wa twen acha fe na abenti. We the last shot.
Woni mu wo mu no menka ba ko nkere o. Enra meka kire me class bi. Eno nso aware for two, aware ache. Ebufu no wo mu a na yensa wo ba office a na ya ma therapy na wo ato. No, sessions by session. And sometimes listening to them no what ebufu no na epie ko. Na other clients twen. Enti aware fun de ebufu epie ko no. Na premarital clients ewure mu what de anije one was sero na wo wura mid office.
Obi dey bufu ko na bi so dey DJ.
Obi de abufu, no wo mu de abufu. Na ne ori be de anije na ewure
O dey obe mu no dey DJ.
Enti sabre no oka bibia kire na onte. So what we do in counseling like this, and when we see things like this, we advise them, we counsel them how to manage, cope, and adapt. You cannot tell someone, wako chire obidia badada no wako chire ne de na ba na be chire wo. Say counsel no. Wamba oho for counseling and guidance and san okopebi. Ono no wako chire na de aba no say counsel no. Na fe onware no. Wo na ba ka che nsenye. The only time I met me aka say men counsel obi se wo sami utwi oba. Now the obi di wachi. Now so the Jacob Mensah. Na men counsel na mon call warrior. And then I will tell you right in your face, say this counseling I can't.
You can't do.
I was out there America. And maybe boss no wrong choices. And I say, "Ewure ya mene na mi madafu bi yiri o. I was see on penny bi minti mi say o counsel ya na me ware." I won't. And then a wrong choice. Na mo mpedidu anipa ni yosi jeni na wanyi, na onso yosi jeni wanyi. Na mo opposite genders in a day. Oba, I will do my best for you.
Okay.
This American say, when you are ready, you start praying first. And then you prepare. Oh, pay juma, we are very much pay juma. We are bianso na we juma kakra eye, but we are very mad. We near juma and juna ware. Yes, or very mad we near juma and juna. Isija kusida ubewu. Oberima onye juma de njuna ware ho because what they enye prepare yenka preparation you can't start. You can't start. Yes. What can group na Yesu kind or Matthew 19 those who cannot marry all kind what would need oberima who ni ho no so you can't we in fact yeah found fra how ready you are it means you can't start. Until we are not even talking about readiness here. We are talking about you are out of the equation. You are not a candidate.
Obi anu hu ni ho no onye candidate kwa.
No ni ho. No onye candidate. Obi anu hu ni ho onye candidate. Ani yana mekan Yesu na kan Matthew 19. Betimi akan. O se nye obi na be ware. Na o kire ni untimi nware. Ni ani hu ni ho. O se untimi nware. Into who they will start here. In fact, who are required null and void. Who are required null and void because yes, won't mean worry. And when you are ready,
companionship nti anka no deɛ ka secondary bisa na.
That thing is found only in marriage. You can enjoy that privilege only in marriage. And so when you are going into marriage, now won't mean start here. I hope so to can say.
Yes.
You see, sex can only be enjoyed in marriage.
Marriage.
That's the place ubetimi aye. Inti se wuntimi ya ha. Ade na ukọware. Jese bi obia no so ne hu nni ho. Eni obi sa.
Mumbi ebi says ya. Mumbi no na
Oh yeah,
wa.
yeah, disorder bi a yɛfrɛ no virginissimus. Virginissimus no disorder. It's a tissue, so it's a walls of the vagina no close kora nti ontimi the woman cannot receive the penis. Yes. Nze obi ebi a wo ni ona utie na wo hie bi saa de a well na the my companionship but no na disorder. And so sometimes they can be helped. They can get healing. This on ya so offers ehu hia dia na the matters na ma fa mo nam for no sa companionship no ma ware but e make that say nti ye wo disorders wo but no no permanent one to say very man na ne ho ewu no how so what you say. And so emotional resonance is also critical when you are ready emotionally. You should know. You see, sometimes we say the thing is not clicking. Fine. It is good. Say you need to be attracted to each other. So when the attraction is zero, you can't start the relationship. But a little bit of attraction is okay. You can work on it and develop it. Because you see, yes, mo ware nso na etekwa. Yes, say so ujano.
Asemaba.
And you cannot use that alone to determine. So things like the spark isn't there should not be. You don't choose mate based on that. You don't choose mate based on that because that will be physical attraction or feelings of attraction. And that will be
Okay.
a mistake. Yeah. You need it, mum, but untimi njine nunkutu isu. And then let's look at this maybe 3 or 4 things. Now, the ability to work through problems and to persist until there is some resolution. Now, make kind of tolerance and raise tolerance level. And then how to be flexible. Some people are just rigid. They are not flexible at all. When you are inflexible, if you are too rigid, you are not ready to marry. You can't marry.
Yeah, so
No, you can't marry
how
because
are we
you need that flexibility in marriage. We are tin yeah,
them the
down.
day
Yeah.
Barry.
You can't marry. Yeah, you are not ready. You see, you can marry. But you call how be eba. Inti me too for say it means you are not ready. And if you cannot resolve issues and learn to sacrifice for your partner, it means you are not ready. Common beliefs is good, but when belief differs, you can still manage them. Because as for differences or disparities in people, by all means, you also need to be emotionally stable. Emotional stability is crucial. Nti sometimes so now fa down for kakra na ase kakra ye eboa ma wunyi. Eboa
Yes, yes,
emotionally ma
okay.
yes strong. And then if you want to know you are ready, are you someone who is ready to share intimate thoughts and feelings? If you cannot share intimate thoughts and feelings willingly, then you are not
Mm-hmm.
ready. Then you are not ready.
Okay. Flexibility, no comment back could be about sharp point. Bina if I say more on I Jonathan, not Jonathan, or say, can you throw more light on the flexibility? Is it with a man or both? And flexible in which matters? And also, besides,
What?
say, the way Ababio is laughing there, you are falling in love, and any day. Me ne ne bɛko wɔ akyire hɔ. It's yeah, no, yes. So see flexibility, no say it goes both ways. And yet, Bema no kwana.
Yeah, no, both ways. And then they both answer. And so be a tintin chinchine waware no mu. But they make no no so bisa say mema details kakra. And I yes no bisa.
No, say flexibility in which matters. Yeah, flexible and flexible in which matters.
For instance, from Obia side, me na fo nyina ma omo ko school wɔ ha. Me na nyina na ko school, they are my mates. Wo ma ko school wɔ ha. Unim se ukun salary at 3,000. Baby a unamfo no mma no ko school no, school fees yɛ 20,000.
Hmm.
Nso chenchena chen wo se ukunu, baby obefa obenye sika. Na ode mofra na kɔ, ode wo ba na kɔ sa school no de, wo emfa wo. Nti ɔka biara sɛ hwɛ yɛn sika ba fie no wo sɛ bi ɛmfa wo woyɛ tintintintin saa it is not school fees ɛyɛ high no na ma abɔfra ehu ade na adwuma ɛwɔ mmɔfra ntetew ho nti ɛno ɛyɛ one ɛna ebi a from ɔbarima ne side mmarima no bi wɔ a wɔware pɛ wɔtiriti mmea no te sɛ maid servant tena ha mmuvu wode wei nkasa adan ɔyɛ
Me
prisoner
na
prison
Matiska. There was one person
yes
better no. Me na Matiska wire with them. Also make kind of way. And then I
ɛna
some
mate
person better no.
ɛno de mepɛ mɛte koraa ɛno de mempɛ sɛ mɛte ɛwɔ ma so
I
so we need to be flexible yɛ biribi oyere se yɛnhwɛ ne sɛ a tie kakra mene bɛrima no woyɛ bɛrima ne bɛrima no ɛyɛ den oyere no sɛ onim sɛ ɔyɛ ɔbarima na ɔware wo
mm-hmm.
ɛfi na bɛka kyerɛ oyere sɛ wo na ɔyɛ ɔbarima onim sɛ ɔyɛ ɔbarima na ɔware wo
Mm-hmm.
na wo remind ne sɛ wo ne ɔbarima na ɛyɛ den what yes and so appreciate good communication skills sɛnea wonim sɛnea yɛkasa wotumi hu wei a ne sɛ woayɛ ready and learning to appreciate people if you don't appreciate them and sometimes when I see couples they don't appreciate each other how did they live I ask myself how did they live sometimes if you ba na wɔn ka wɔn nsɛm the first question I ask them nti mo da because wohwɛ sɛnea wɔko na wɔabu fu no akyɛ na obi mpɛ sɛ ohu no yɛ
It's so be
bebisa no nso no ebi wɔ hɔ bebisa no nso yɛ dandra ebi wɔ hɔ bebisa no bɛyɛ 2 years wɔ 9 then you know say yes problem wɔ hɔ but obi wɔ hɔ a wohwɛ sɛ na wɔayɛ no wei gyina ha na wei gyina ha no o sɛ anɔpɛ yi koraa yɛ dan ansa na ɛba nso na wɔmmɔ nti sometimes say you need to appreciate each other and then a little bit of good sense of humor.
mm-hmm.
Aware ni bi hɔ yɛ soja dodo soja lai dodo ɔte meka na sɛ wokura saa adwene no a wonyɛ ready ɛna 10 ebi yɛ ability to give and receive love how you can show affection you see yɛka companionship affection edimu. Uba yi odre di achire oyere na yi odre di achire uku. Na yi sojalai kind of aware. If that is your life, don't marry. You are not ready. And then there be fear yet it means ampao.
Yes,
Yes. And then comfort in expressing emotions. So why ready? Say obia how and nothing can obitimi aka na say ya ware a wukom na undimi nka niema uhu niema how undimi nka, then you are not ready. You are not ready. You are not a candidate.
Okay.
So niametimi aka, I don't know. So if you want to know if you are ready, then these are some of the things. I said,
but yeah, mostly no can sika. Didn't ya? Because I can be a baby number expected so because the bear will be a bob will be a sika say bobo. Okay, can you my baby? But mostly no time dwelling on sika.
I will be over $100 million. Now what now in your juma? Sikaro better.
Ebesa.
Inti na misi obere made so nya juma. Ya wo ya juma na sika ba. Eno na ede ware. Wo sori awokọ na waba. Ndi nye sika wa bua no egu ho. Because sika no dako, ni nyina betimi asam. When di manansa akrofo kura betimi awia. Na so nya juma. Wo nti sika nka ho. Mo na mo kasem no. Mo ho ye me ho a. Nti munja dan no rent. Na munja iPhone no to. Na sika no mumbo ano na mumfa nkọ ware.
Yeah, in some cases, no. Because some maybe no. Say
Ma enya watu wa meka.
Why those things are in relationship no prior to marriage now. And also be an interest on your bema when it's actually the memory. Bema we
Mankase
me chim was so bad memory.
mankase nche na di o. Debi. Na mamenka bibi nchiro. You see, sa niyema no ina dey premarital sex ba o. A lady called me. O say merima triaba na afem na kwen. One, because on any GD meka GD wants some similar faith. Different faith into a similar faith, fine. Into omane kwen. Second, ono same faith, similar faith. But ni suban binti no omane kwen. So say jama a phone one anu say then. Third one no nya ne de bibia ye okay. On ne share faith no. But or stingy. What's some now kind into make akotun ya ba. And I say o kasa o zere nensasi heading. Yeah. And I say o kasa nensasi heading. What do you mean? On charge on hweme. And I say na say won ware ye. On show den na me park or pension, me pa yen adwuma. Na me nso me ko school. Ntina me nim say anka oberima obeware me de. Esanka otua me school fees en ne ekeka ho. Na ono say so obehwe me de a onim beda. Owo ho oberima ne condition o de buy. Na me say na say wo pese o hwew. No no so no beda. I don't know why kids so stingy. Because again I said it for sure. Who's it there?
Also good. Oh, you give a cake.
And I'm saying, so once we are stingy. And I say, then. And I'm saying, so no, no, so pay or who knows one person or the man. I'm not asking them to go and fornicate. Go to the mechanism. But if you are asking a man Obere mon ware we. Upa so tua office. No high dime ma etua wo dom we kra ye dom hall any fa po na ka. Hostel ka. Upa so tua office no tua hostel ka ma. No so say okay. And it is hard I mean so na wo no. Fa ba me bosi akakra. Uzo ne de bi. Iti mutu ne hina na ye stingy che ne yonko.
Interesting.
Interested, Africa. So you see, sometimes what's the things you do for love? These things are going on. What the Americans? Yes, it is good to remain single without sex before marriage. It is good. And when you are protecting yourself now, don't go and ask for unrealistic favors. Because when you go in for unrealistic favors now, what are you going to get? There are conditionalities, IMF conditionalities, baby.
Coming. Ebeba.
Yes, conditionalities, baby. Into you turn around and accuse the man being stingy. Or also be what they are also farm man. Into Onya, she saw reason in what I was telling her. Now say, Ura, the ulemu, na kope ejuma for nafa to your office. And yes, I support to cratch, no. But we also no request, and also too high. Ɛnyɛ sɛ nnɛ mendidi yɛ nti ma metan bi na memfa tɔ aduane na mmom menkɔtua school fees mentɔ atare nhyɛ wo na menkɔtua hostel card. Ei.
Okay.
What did I make an answer?
Yeah, to talk to phones ne. Fili gas na. I was here guy.
Near all no. It is also a stingy. Are they ready for the consequences? One has to stingy. Are they ready? And I know more yes I am my way. Now more sign ye back no come. Efe mo ya na ekodu baby na ma betena manim na musu e den he or she is cheating on me. Ebi ba me ho cheating on me, I'm so cheating on you. Why then? Okoto oba foforo no ho na me say enti den. Enti he is cheating on you. Na me say na say mo nware how can he cheat on you?
Cheat on you, okay.
Jamama da na no se ba ko. Na me say okay, me bisa ododo. Me bisa ododo. In any case, mo nware na mada. Inti sɛ wakyerɛ ne sɛ nea yɛn ware a yɛn ne obi timi da na akɔfa foforɔ na ɔne na ada. How can you claim victim? Wo ne nipa no nea moyɛ no ɛyɛ korɔ no na mobɔ o. Na ɔne obi bɔ korɔ no ɛwɔ kyantan. Wakyerɛ ne korɔ no bɔ wɔ kyantan na mobɔ korɔ no wɔ kyantan. Na ɔkyena wasɔre na akɔfa obi wɔ nim a na ɔmbɔ korɔ no wɔ nim a woza obu kwasea.
So
I don't know one go back. What be that? Eh? Okay, friend. That's all worry. In the more book be prepared for chrono of a ball wechi because which will be chrono, watching the chrono, sample chrono. And a foot of a so when you are making those demands, you should be ready for Nema Ediba.
Okay. All right.
And Munya, yes, Munya, yes, pet. Wanwarewa insu. Because what you am home carry. Metu school fees. Na ma high diamond. Na me no ada. Wanwarewa obi di obi ka. Say matu am carry. Ma 7 mo, why fine. Manya market you ewi. Manya market you ewi enti ina na eze okọ baby kosu.
Obi anya ne chefa.
Obi anya ne chefa.
Okay, all right. You're still live at Chariot TV. Comment kakra about no yebe kind na yɛde yɛn dwumadiefoɔ ɛndɛ no aba awieeɛ. Jonathan Ababi was say, then how will Michael Annan Kasukosu Kaskos marry? He can't make jokes. And I said, Michael, I'm so you're rigid. So you told you and so I'm so you're rigid. Mame Afiba and so say, preacher, please, your words and counsel are full of wisdom. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with some of us. I really like it a lot. Inti Mame Afiba Yedao Ase. Jonathan, and the so name was super. So maybe speak for yourself. You are buying iPhone. iPhone. We thought iPhone, yeah. All right. I think so far comments kakra. Michael Annan so say I'm say Michael Nakasawa or say nice discussion. Okay. Yeah, that was say what they will message, Abba. Open me say anka last week. You can't book no one sem kakra. You
Okay.
be can one sem kakra bi na omo ntumi ahwe bi last week, on betting one sem na ye hu baby you be in your book ni bi na I think so be ka say or Western region home baby or PB. I don't know, so to me contact so there. Yeah, phone number
Baby,
into there now and contact. Okay. Yeah, come on some kakana.
Okay, the book is titled You Are Me. And You Are Me,
Mm-hmm.
and say, oh, warrior, Obiano Eyewo, and I will, or Berryman also Eyewo.
So yeah.
Nti wunya ware pe my be honam back.
Nah.
It deals with issues in marriage. First 4 chapters. In fact, first chapter no nyama na yɛkeka yi bi ɛwɔ mu. Na enyume yi yɛkeka yi ebi wɔ mu. But the chapter no is devoted for wa opɛ sɛ ɔware ɛne sɛnea aware no esiti. Nti topic no yɛ the manufacturer's value. Once a minute started, I can say manufacture, not patented parts. So the manufacturer's value on your partner. So it discusses the marriage in general or in summary. Now, chapters 2, 3, and 4 are a preparation towards marriage. And so Nema Biblian woman kakra na yabobo so enyumre. Now, 5 economic roles and responsibilities. Aware no kuma bochefen wom and wasede wom ene ne wan. Part B ekasa fast sex. Part B nso chapter B ekasa efa odo ho. Chapter B ekasa fa conflict resolution. Chapter baako ekasa fa communication in marriage. Another chapter is devoted for emotional infidelity. Emma warefo. And when you can emotional infidelity, obi ne ne yere ano ne kunu ewo ho. Onfa na echi. But emotionally no, wafa ofa na echi.
Okay.
Ofa na echi. Oto buku na ubete ase. If you say, well, o ware a wo na yere ne ukunu na ese modwene bibia bu. Na se efe ukoto asase a wo fa ase nim, oyiri nim a emotional infidelity. Sa ade no ese wo na oyire ana wo na ukunu na adwene.
Okay.
Wo na wo fa ase ana wo anti na di nkomo, wo na oyire wo na ukunu ni nkomo. Emotional infidelity. Wa ware wo phone sa ne obia foforo ana ne obarima foforo chat sa mona you. But emotionally moda when yonko foforo wo bi foforo mu. Enti kasafa parenting and its influence on the marital relationship and discussing parenting in details. Portion be kasafa parenting kakra, but the focus is on the influence edeba aware no so. na fe kasafa divorce nso ho eno no nso no
Nina will book back home.
ni na obuku no
Wow.
eno nso no kasafa divorce ene nsunsanso a ede ba mo divorce no ene momma ene daache na abusua nyinaa so na society no eso
Okay.
enti ubisa me na metimi aka eno no
All right. Now say
enti
Obi
when
Pebia. Obi Pebia in fan.
0244
Which mean a
0244
project man.
260 172.
And to open as a soap book in Bia. So between my project number ya 0244 260 172. This open book in Bia. Waiting me contact your papa. Na wa baby I will be okay. I'm gonna talk my baby I will be able to me about my wenya book ni ebi. Person me kai tie for so say nyame ya adom ochina point it out ebe jumedi na beba so Bible answers and so beba so on Wednesday, Thursday apologetic so beba Friday test talk beba Saturday straight talk na Sunday so nyame ya adom action time. Inti enye ne nkwa ne di dwumadie wa ha. Dani den na Chayo TV e di dwumadie sonko ebrem. Ye beda ye papa se enen so obe kaye. So be say o ne ye papa edin kita ho ne number na so betumi a friend. Yes, or a counselor. Wo problem you betumi abo. Ha de Chayo TV de onya ni free but o friend na was say bibi kakra free bottle ni mu. Aha. Iti we fa so a yenya watch Chayo TV ha. Tene number na that screen so no betumi afre no na onye no edi nkomo. That the other was say na nwume utumi
Yes.
eba ye be church.
Yes.
Same time next week yami adoma. Comment. I think it's a comment last week up by was say from Preacher Shadrach. I say when is William Ababu becoming flexible to tie the knot with okay, it's whatever you I hope so. What be that will be yeah no ever. See that when you say we for say more don't ever can't do my day no man no effect. Na me aduma next week ever send shot na ya to you my day so. All right, yeah, Kyle be Bye bye.
Bye.